Welcome everyone to another episode. Now today we're going over on how to test and replace a door latch, a door actuator. They're really both the same thing. 3 ways we can test this. Now the easiest by far is using your key fob. So you hit unlock on the key fob. You come over to the door, in this case the driver's side door, and the car is still locked. Okay, you can actually sort of hear it, but it's not working. Now you always want to check mechanically everything is okay. So in this case, I can insert the key. That's lock, and I can unlock the door with the key. But the actuator is no longer working. Option 2 is using a scan tool. Now this is a bi-directional scan tool. What that means is we can command the vehicle's computer to unlock and lock the door. Now this runs roughly $350 to $400. I'll link this one below. I've shown this before in the past. It is expensive, but the thing to come away with this, if you plan on doing your own repairs and maintenance at home, especially on modern vehicles, you need something like this. So using it, certainly by the second time, it pays for itself. So it's a lot of money, but it pays for itself. There is a third way to also test the actuator, but you have to remove the guard. I'll show that in a little bit. So let me show you very quickly how you can command the vehicle's computer. So right from the scan tool, I want to choose system selection. And we're going to scroll down until we see body electrical system. So this will give us a number of options here. This is the really cool thing about these bi-directional scan tools. You can do so many things. So let's see, right here we have door locks. I can now do an actuation test. And we can command this door to unlock. So let's unlock the driver's side door, executing. And it just did it. Not sure if you heard that, but nothing. Now to double check, let's unlock all doors. Press execute and let's see what happens. Okay, so all the doors just unlocked. That's still locked. Passenger side, I can open. Clearly this actuator is bad. Now, if you don't have access to this, you don't have a key fob, there is one other thing you can do to test the actuator. So now we need to remove the door cover. Let me show you one of the best tools you can use. These are terrific. I've had them for years. They are, where are they? Here they are, right here. These are terrific. Also, what helps is a pick set. Okay, everything here between this and this, maybe 20, 25 bucks. I'll link everything below as usual. I'm also using a very small flathead. There's a little clip here. Just removing this, and then we have 2 Phillips size fasteners. Okay. Now before you go any further, you may want to check this first. You're going to see 3 fasteners right now that are generally very, very hard to remove. This makes a huge, huge difference, a hand impact set. Because what's the point of removing the door cover if you can't remove these 3 fasteners? Because the fasteners hold on the door latch or the actuator. It's these guys right here. Okay, these tend to be pretty tough to remove. And you don't want to strip them out. This is not working. Hey, hey, hey. The flip side, we can use an actual impact, a cordless impact. I don't want to do that if I can avoid it. There we go. 3-pound hammer to the rescue. This bottom one is really tight. Come on. Wow. There we go. There we go. Whew. Remove those screws first, because if they don't come out, you're stuck, man. So do that first. Okay, then there's a stopper here. Okay. I have a little container. Where's my container? Okay. Keep everything nice and organized. And then there's one more. Okay, the screw is in there. That's fine. It's loose. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, my trim tool set. Now I don't have the part yet. It should be arriving today. I just want to get the ball rolling on this. Actually, let's go to plastic so it doesn't scratch the paint. Let's see what we got here. There we go. Once you start it, typically you can just, there you go, get it going on it. Now there's the screw for the armrest. Slowly we'll lift this up. Now a lot of these doors have 3, 4 electrical connections. So you have to be really slow and gentle with this. Okay. Let me see, there's probably a door lock here. See, just a bunch of electrical connections. Harness connectors, I should say. So all that you're doing is finding the connector, you press down, and that's it. Don't pull on the wire if you could avoid it. A little hard with one hand, but you get the idea, okay? And then once you've disconnected all of the harness connectors, that's it. It's pretty simple. So now we have this splash guard in the way, and the door latch lives right here. So I'm not going to remove all of it, just peel it back enough so we can get access to it. So it's glued on, as you can see. Just cut it back. So now we can clearly see this is where the actuator lives. Hold on, let me get a light. Okay, right back, hold on. Right there, that's where it is. Let's get this out. Now there's a channel back here, and we need to remove this channel, and it's held on by this fastener right here. Now, of course, you don't want to lower the glass at this point. Okay. Just a guide. Gives us more room to work. So now we have a lot more room, and that little green holder I just peeled back. A little too hard to film at the same time, but if we look closely, hold on. So that fastener is holding on the mechanism, and right there, you see the rod? And now we can just peel it back. Let me give you another angle so you can see what we're doing here. You see this guy? Okay, just push back the rod. And sometimes you have to just piecemeal it a little bit to figure out how everything fits. Just had to put the camera down to get this loose. Okay, now I can fit my hand in here. I think we're almost there. Like I said, once you get in here, you're just making room in the door, ultimately. It's not too hard. It's just cumbersome. Let's see if I can remove this. Whew, it's chilly out. Let's see. All right, we're almost there, almost there. So this is the door latch mechanism. Let's see. There we go. There's the whole thing. Not too bad. Not too bad. And here's the entire mechanism. Now you can buy these used typically if your car's older, like this one, which is 19 years old. You can find these for roughly 80 bucks used. I bought a brand new actuator. It should be here later on this afternoon. I paid 60 bucks, but again, it's factory OEM, in this case Honda Acura. Nothing aftermarket. I don't want to do this again. But before we remove this from the housing, I just wanted, in case if you didn't exactly follow how I tested the actuator, here we have a cordless battery pack, but it pushes out 20 volts. It's a little too much, but in this case, who cares, because we're replacing the whole thing anyway. Now, if you look on the battery pack, if you ever look closely at these, you have positive and negative. Very, very simple, like any other battery. There we go. Okay, again, alligator wires. Here we go. This is the actuator down here. So, one set there. You see the, make sure, the fun of recording. This is what happens a lot of times. Oh, I pulled the whole thing out. The whole paper clip. All right, let's do this again. I do have a probe kit. Most of you probably don't have that. That's why I'm showing paper clip. You can even use a nail. That would also work. All right, I think we're okay here. You hear that? Yeah, you see it's not doing anything. So that's how you can test the actuator. There's a lot of different ways you can test it, because why do all this work if the actuator is perfectly fine? But let me just quickly remove it from the housing. And then, too big. Hold on. Too big, the screwdriver, too big. And I hope you guys appreciate these long form videos. I sort of got away from doing these long form videos and tried to be, I don't know if entertaining is the right word, because I'm not an entertainer, but you know, put music in and so forth. But my older videos, this is precisely what I did, and it seems like this helps the most people. So this is what I'm sticking with for now on. And it's amazing to see the engineering of something like this. You know, all the engineering that goes into just a door lock cylinder or a door lock actuator. On the back, see that notch? That's what's holding everything on. Driving myself crazy here. How is this thing holding on? That's how it's held on. I may need a larger. This may be too small. Let's see. Ah, that wasn't too bad. Oh, there we go. Okay. Certainly take pictures too, right? If you're doing this, take pictures, because, which I'm going to do right now, I don't want to forget how this goes back, just in case if the mail doesn't show up today. It is the post office, you never know. And now this is too small. Yeesh. The thing to keep in mind, before I started this job, I thought, well, if I could just do half today and maybe the other half tomorrow, but really you can't use the car because the latch is attached. This attaches to the latch in the car, so you can't even close the door fully. So you can always just quickly put it back in, but just keep that in the back of your mind. Let's see, I'll be gentle here, but I mean, you know, it's funny, when you work on cars long enough, you start to see the quality. There we go, there it is. You know, if this was my CTSV, which is a lot of fun, that car, but man, the build quality is garbage. It really is. Okay, let's wait for the new one. So here we are a few hours later. Again, buy genuine parts. You don't want to be doing this again because the part fails within a year or so. It's not worth your time. Just reverse procedure. This is why you want to take video or a bunch of pics, because you don't want to lose what you need to do. So this arm essentially either locks or unlocks. See that little arm? Fits right in there. Okay, Mr. Rod, this comes down over it like that, and then the cover, and we can reinstall it in the vehicle. So I'm going to try and reinstall this pretty quickly because it's going to be dark in about 30 minutes. But all that I'm simply doing is matching the bolt holes. So I know that this is reinstalled like this. This rod goes up, and it's just reverse process of what we just did. Oh, there's the light. There we go. There you go. They should line up these clips. Looks like just in the nick of time we got this done. Okay, so it got a little dark there, so just in a parking lot, testing everything. It locks, and now it locks and unlocks. Security light comes on. The windows worked. I checked everything. You can double check the door locks and so forth. Hold on. We can do this quickly together. Okay, make sure the lights work. Maybe a little tough for the camera to pick this up, but all of the lights work, windows work. So that's it, guys. We are in good shape. Really not a tough job, but it's doable. Save some cash. Thanks for watching.